Hey everybody, this is Derek. Hope everyone is doing magnificent. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about a hypothetical what-if situation to start this off. Remember, let's just speak that this is happening hypothetically. Let's take a network like, say CNN, something that has a lot of people who watch this to try to get news and information. Let's assume on a hypothetical level that for a 24-hour period, they would put up documentaries and the likes of loose change, Obama deceptions, money as debt. Maybe they want to put a little bit of zeitgeist and zeitgeist addendum, consuming kids, some stuff that exposes what is really going on amongst the Federal Reserve, stuff that has triggered the wars, the real true stuff which has triggered war. If they put this kind of stuff on, what would the reaction be? If they decided to change the newscast and put different news commentators on, and maybe they decide, well, this time we're going to put Gerald Celente and his co-host Jesse Ventura. What would the newscast be like? And maybe they decide to put an hour on the best of YouTube 2009, finding the best vloggers who have the best points. What would the reaction be? Obviously, there would be a form of people waking up. A lot of people wouldn't like it because they're scared. They're scared of the truth. That's their choice. But at the same point, it may cause people to decide to get out of dollars, get out their money out of the banks because they found out how the Federal Reserve creates money. They found out how interest is guaranteed and the systems that was done to ensure the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. There might even be extra riots on the street. But then, of course, like I said, this is all hypothetical. I mean, they're not going to do that. And one might say it's the people who are in charge of everything, the elites, the powers that be, the Illuminati, the New World Order, but whatever you want to call them, that are controlling the mainstream media. But that can't be. And the reason why is because that's a conspiracy theory. And we already know from the people in charge that conspiracies don't exist, and it's wrong to assume something that is different from what they say. So therefore, if that statement was correct, they would have no part of the mainstream network. And of course, we would have a free market, and if CNN decided that they could get enough ad revenue, enough sponsorship to put these shows on, then they would put it on because, hey, it's all about money anyway, isn't it? But then again, is conspiracies wrong? When we look at the definition, a conspiracy is stuff that you do in secrecy that is illegal or harmful. Now, we already know that the people in charge, the powers that be, if you will, are secretive. They've already told us that. George W. Bush, Mr. Kerry have mentioned that there are secretive organizations and they can't tell you what's going on because it's that of a secret. And of course, President Bill Clinton, well, I mean, he just tries to lie the whole way through. And he's a very good person at doing so. I think he spent a lot of times in trying to figure out how to do so. Because I spent a lot of my time to figure out how to read people from truth and lies. And of course, after reading a lot of these people, it's kind of obvious right now that there is conspiracies that are going on. Because if there was no conspiracies and it was true that everything was secret, that would mean that everything secretively done would be that of legal and it would not be harmless. It would be harmless, sorry. It would be legal and harmless. And you really think that the secretive stuff behind the scenes is that of legal, moral, and harmless? To me, that is an obvious answer. And continuing on, Jesse Ventura was on Larry King Live recently as he was promoting his new series that is coming out. I think it's like a 10 or 8-part series, which is going to be covering conspiracies of this particular decade. I think the first one is going to be about HAARP. I'm sure 911 has got to definitely be in there. Maybe even the swine flu vaccine maybe in there, along with some other ones. So I'm going to be looking on YouTube to watch these. But what I found very interesting was at the very end of this YouTube clip, you can go ahead and search Larry King, Jesse Ventura. And if you look at Larry King at the end of this video and try to pick up tells, what I got from that was that it seems as if that he is either A, extremely uncomfortable with the truth that is going on, or he is a member of the higher elite just by looking at his body language and the way he was speaking, which is how I try to read tells. I look at people's body language, I look at how they speak, I look at how their heart moves. There is so many different little glitches that I look for to try to find truth from lies. I mean, a lot of this stuff was done when I was looking at the when George Bush said about the 911, well, no one in our government would do anything like that. And I was looking at the way he said it, and the tells were just so easy to pick up on. Maybe not as easy as just time for politics. Time for politics! Of course, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, if you will, but man, it's coming down upon them because we are now starting to see the truth come in. I've been talking about how they are losing control, and to me, this is just one period about it. Like I said, Ben Bernanke was even talking about how there's stuff he couldn't say because it's a secret. And then when former President John F. Kennedy spoke about wanting to eliminate secret organizations, well then he got assassinated. And if you state that it was the ones up charge that assassinated him for those kind of views, it would be that of a conspiracy theory. I look at conspiracies as stuff like calling conspiracy theorists those of nuts, and those whom are just lunatic. I mean, you can pretty much tell from this video or from this here. I hope you can hear this well. Just going to get it on.
Now, as Charlie Sheen ranting like a lunatic about the September 11th attacks, now we're...
As Charlie Sheen ranting on like a lunatic. They add extra emphasis to that case to make him sound like he's crazy. Well, to me, I think it's pretty obvious what is going on. And one of the answers or solutions to this type of issue is do whatever you can to get people to understand what is really going on. Myself, I don't care if people are going to be scared about the truth or not, because I see it this way. Either I tell them and they get scared and do something about it, or they ignore the situation, reality will come in, and the fright from that will be even greater. That's all I got for this video. Thank you for commenting, rating, subscribing, and all of that beautiful stuff. Take care. Bye-bye.